Hey, my name's KG. Welcome to the channel. I'm the author of the book 10 Leading Tools, and I've been leading for over 20 years. Today's topic is a great one because it is all about speaking and sounding like a leader. How do you inspire people with your speech? How do you inspire people with how you talk to them and speak with them? That is what we're going to talk about right after this. Hey, welcome back. If you've never been here, this is a channel all about growing leaders. And one of the things that growing leaders need to know is how to speak like a great leader. Now, I know that some of you are thinking, well, I kind of do that already. And some of you are thinking, well, I'll never be able to speak like them. Well, today I'm going to give you 3 little tips that'll give you the keys that many great leaders do, and you probably have never known it. The first thing you need to know is that great leaders do these 3 things. It's a technique that I call GIO. They speak in ways that offer gratitude, interdependence, and optimism. That's GIO. And now I'll explain how it works.
And I am so grateful to all of you for your passion and your dedication and all the hard work on behalf of our next generation. And I can think of no better way to end my time as First Lady than celebrating with all of you. So I want to close today by simply saying thank you.
No matter who you are, when people show appreciation for what you do more and you do it better. That's what gratitude is all about. Researchers took a team of university fundraisers and divided them into 2 random groups. The first group went immediately to work like normal, making phone calls soliciting alumni donations. The second group, prior to starting, were told by a leader that they were grateful for their efforts. After reviewing all of the results the following week, guess what happened? You guessed it. The group that was given gratitude made 50% more calls than the other group. That's a big difference for such a small effort. That's the impact of gratitude. Gratitude is more than just saying thank you. It's about being intentional with how you appreciate others, and they will perform so much better. You can inspire people by how you treat them, and gratitude is one of the ways. The next one is interdependence. I know it's a strange word. Interdependence is not something that you would say very often, but it makes sense. What interdependence means is that we need each other, that we depend on each other. And that's what great leaders do. They give others the sense that we are all in this together. Psychologist Megan Robbins of the University of California, Riverside helped confirm the impact of interdependence when her and her team examined 30 different studies with over 5,000 participants. What she found was incredible. She found that shifting one's language from self-oriented to relationship-oriented made a big difference to the success of that relationship. For you and I, that relationship is with our teams or our family. Use the I in interdependence to remind us to use less I and more we. If you think about the people who are a little bit less inspirational, quite often what's happening is that they're using I a lot instead of we or us. If you can just simply change your pronouns so that they use the we or us, that interdependence, some people call it we speak, it makes such a difference to your team and the people around you. Now, if you're having a personal one-on-one with your boss and you're talking about the great things that you have done, it is perfectly fine to use I, but when you're trying to inspire others, you want to make sure that the way you communicate with them indicates that all of you are in it together, that you are with them, and it's us, it's we, it's how we are going to do this, how we are going to complete this task, how we are going to go forward with the next thing.
This time we join with all nations across the globe in a common endeavor, using the great advances of science and our instinctive compassion to heal. We will succeed, and that success will belong to every one of us.
That's what interdependence conversation is all about, and it is the I in GIO. So the last part of the equation is optimism. Now, some of you are thinking, optimism, that means I have to be sickly sweet and always saying positive things. That's not what optimism is at all. Let me reframe your view on optimism. In the book I write, optimism is taking in the challenges of today for what they are, while also having a sense of hope that there's a future better than today.
If I have learned anything in my time traveling the world, it is the power of hope. The power of one person, a Washington, a Lincoln, King, Mandela, and even a young girl from Pakistan, Malala. One person can change the world by giving people hope.
In essence, being optimistic means being a realist, but not getting stuck in the mire of the moment. What optimism is looking at today's reality, but knowing that it's going to get better no matter what the situation is. And I think most of us will find that if we just look at it in a positive light, we can get others inspired so much better. Now, that doesn't mean you deceive people. It doesn't mean that you give them false hope. But what it does mean is that instead of getting stuck in the way it is now, you are looking towards the future. As a leader, you're looking for how are you going to get past that? How are you going to look to the next thing? And that's really where you want to put your team's focus. So again, optimism is just making sure that no matter what is happening, no matter what the situation is, there is something in the future that is better than it is today. And that's how great leaders speak. So think about GIO when you're trying to inspire others. That's it for today. Thanks for hanging out with us. If you like this content, if you like this channel at all, please like and subscribe and give me some of your comments below. Let me know if it's helpful or if you want to see more content like this. I'd love to hear from you. Otherwise, thanks for your time and we'll see you next week. All right, bye.